Good afternoon. Today was a nice surprise for the Jennings Local School District, for Jennings High School and the student body. Kind of came earlier this week. We had a gentleman, Justin Tomlinson, call me up and wanted to express his thanks for our Veterans Day Assembly, and said Representative Hoops and Senator McCauley was going to do something special for us. I wasn't real sure what that was, but today I'm going to introduce these gentlemen, and then they will explain a little bit more what they did for us, which I hope you understand is a great, great honor. With that, as I said, it is an honor today to have our several visitors in attendance, and we want to thank them for their time to visit us today, especially on this significant day in history, December 7th, the anniversary of Pearl Harbor. These gentlemen are here to thank the student body for honoring our veterans and military personnel. Today with us is State Representative James Hoops. He represents the 81st House District, which consists of Putnam, Henry, and Williams County, as well as part of Fulton County. The Senator Rob McCauley, he's not able to be with us in attendance today. He wanted to be, but he got called away. He represents the 1st Senate District, which includes Defiance, Hancock, Hardin, Henry, Paulding, Putnam, Van Wert, and Williams counties, as well as part of Auglaize, Fulton, and Logan counties. As you hear all those counties, these gentlemen are very busy during their day and during their jobs for representing us. So they keep an eye on all of us, and they listen to our needs, and they do what's right for us, and they pass legislation and whatnot. So they do a fantastic job, these two do for us. First Sergeant Justin Tomlinson, father of Madison, Dylan, and Brooklyn Tomlinson. I would also like to thank Justin personally for taking the time to make some calls and to pass on our event that we had on December 7th, in which we honored the veterans and active military. We absolutely didn't do it for this reason, to get honored ourselves, but I thank you, and we're very appreciative that our event was worthy enough that you felt to pass it on. And I think that means a lot right there, that he took the time, and it meant something to him and the other veterans. We've received numerous compliments and numerous thank yous, not only to the students that helped run it, but the entire student body. You all did fantastic that day, and I think it meant a lot to them to see that our young students have not forgotten them. First Sergeant Justin Tomlinson. I know these guys do not like a lot of attention on them, but today I'm going to take a few minutes and share with you what he has done and what he is all about. First Sergeant Tomlinson was born in Van Wert, Ohio. He entered the Ohio Army National Guard February 22nd, 2000. After graduating Lincoln View High School, he attended basic training at Fort Knox, Kentucky. First Sergeant Tomlinson's assignments include M1 Crewman, Alpha Company 1st of the 147 Armor Regiment, Reconnaissance Scout, Bravo Troop, 1st 107th of the CAV Cavalier of Lebanon, Ohio, Range Operations at Fort Ohio Range Control, Camp Ravina, Newton Falls, Ohio, Platoon Sergeant, Charlie Company of the 1st of 145 Armor Regiment in Alliance, Ohio, First Sergeant, Alpha Company of the 1st 145 Armor Regiment, Newton Falls, Ohio. First Sergeant Tomlinson is also a member of the Ohio Army National Guard Honors Team and a Casualty Assistance Officer for the state of Ohio. First Sergeant Tomlinson's deployments include Kosovo 2004 through 2005 and also Iraq 2009 through 2010. First Sergeant Tomlinson's awards and decorations include Army Commendation Medal, Army Achievement Medal, Good Conduct Medal, Army Reserve Component Achievement Medal, National Defense Service Medal, Kosovo Campaign Medal, Iraq Campaign Medal, Global War on Terrorism Medal, Armed Forces Reserve Medal, Army NCO Professional Development Medal, Army Service Ribbon, Overseas Service Ribbon, NATO Medal, Army Meritorious Unit Citation, Army Superior Unit Award, 28th Infantry Division Combat Badge and the Air Assault Badge. I want to personally thank him again and have him come forward and say a few words with this.
Well, that was a lot of stuff that we really didn't need to talk about, but thanks for having me here. I just want to say thank you on behalf of all the veterans on November 9th, when you guys had your program for the veterans. I know I talked to a lot of gentlemen. Obviously, we're from all different generations, and we agree on one thing, and that's what you guys as a local school did for us that day. We get a lot of thank you for your services, and for people that know me, like Madison and Dylan, I get kind of awkward when people thank me for my service. I didn't do it for thanks. I didn't do it for college money. I did it because I did it. My mom hated the fact that I went in the Army. My grandfather hated the fact that I went in the Army. But I did it because I thought that it was something I could do for my country. Some way to pay back others who've done it before me. So when I look at and I get thanks for your service, I never know what to say. It's kind of awkward. I'm like, you're welcome. Thank you. I don't know if that's how you do it, but people ask me that kind of know me a little bit closer, and they ask me, well, how can people thank you for your service without actually thanking you for your service? And I think that's a great question. I would say things like your program, that is one way to thank veterans for their service. Respecting, and no matter if you agree with their ideas or not agree with their ideas, your congressmen, your senators, your presidents of the United States, your governmental leaders, respecting that they're there and they're there to lead the country. Whether you agree with them or not, it's an important thing. Respecting the flag, obviously, that's a big one. For us veterans, I have friends who are no longer with us. I work as a casualty assistance officer. That's when active duty soldiers pass away. I go and work with their families. I've folded that flag probably in the neighborhood of 500 to 600 times and presented it to family members on behalf of the President of the United States. So that's a big one. Respect that flag, respect your government leaders, respect your parents. Be good Americans is what I say. Just be a good American. Never take for granted what America gives you as the freedoms, and that's, I think, the ultimate way to thank all veterans. But now we're here for you guys, and I wanted to thank you guys for what you did, and also the rest of the veterans that were here. I know I talked to a lot of them gentlemen and ladies that were here. Words can't even describe. I was not expecting the outcome that we had, nor was I expecting the openness of the school to just kind of let us roam around like cattle and see all of you guys' fun events you do here. That was great. I know everybody there appreciated it. I know the student council worked on it very hard. Todd Hain worked on it very hard. And it showed. You guys put on a great event. So after leaving here, I had to leave and go to a funeral. And on my way there, I started thinking about how I could thank you guys for your service. So I called up Representative Hoops and said, hey, I know you guys fly flags over the Capitol, the state Capitol down in Columbus. Is there any way that I can get a flag flown on behalf of the Fort Jennings local schools who honored the veterans on November 9th? And Representative Hoops said, Justin, that sounds like a great idea. Let's do that. I'm going to call Senator McCauley, and we're going to come up with a plan, and we're going to do that. So we went on. I didn't talk to him for a couple days. I did my funeral thing, and a couple days later, he calls me up. Actually, Monday, I think it was, he called me and said, Justin, got your flag. When can we go there? I'm like, I don't know. I'm not in charge of the school. That's Nick's job. So I texted Mr. Langhouse, and he said, man, I really appreciate it. I kind of maybe let Nick Fields know a little bit early that something was happening. But we set this up just to thank you guys. And like I said, I don't know if the flag's enough, but I hope you guys understand how important that is to the veterans. That flag is very important to us, and to have it flown on behalf of you guys is very important to us. So hopefully that's enough thank you for you guys, and I'm going to turn it over to Representative Jim Hoops and have have him do the presentation. Thank you.
At this time, also, before Representative Hoops starts, I want to bring forward Nick Fields, Madison Niter, Mr. Hain, and if I could, I'd bring all of you because you've all been a part of this student body, staff. Everyone in this school was a part of this day, that Veterans Day. So I thank all of you. I thank you three, especially Justin. Again, thank you very much. And Representative Hoops.
Thank you. You know, when Justin called me, he actually called the office first and left a message, and I couldn't understand it because he seemed so excited. So I had to listen to it again, and then that's when I called you back to let me know what exactly he was trying to do. And I too want to thank you for what you did for those veterans that day. You know, a lot of times, sometimes I think people forget. But when I see young people, young men and women like you who don't forget, and it just reminds me of how great this country is and how great this county is and how great this school district is. This is the first one that I've flown over the Capitol, Senator McCauley and I did, for this purpose. And so I want to congratulate you. And as Justin mentioned, you know, a way to respect them even in the future is basically respecting the flag and also respecting yourself. And again, thank you for what you've done, because this is what makes America great. This is what makes Putnam County great. This is what makes Ohio great. And so thank you very much. And what I have here today, first of all, I have a certificate of authenticity, and this says that this flag was flown at the Ohio State House on October 29, 2018 for the Fort Jennings Local School District in honor of the Putnam County veterans, and is provided to you with the cooperation of the Capitol Square Review and Advisory Board. And then it's signed by Senator Rob McCauley and then State Representative Jim Hoops. And so I will present this to you. And this is the state flag that was flown over the Capitol. And I would like to present this to the school, to the student council, to Nick, to Justin, and congratulations.
Okay, again, thank you very much, Representative Hoops, Madison, Nick, Justin, Mr. Hain, overall student body staff, thank you very much. With that, I also want to thank Representative Hoops and Senator McCauley. They're two guys in the legislature that we do depend on a lot also for what you do every day, education, in the public education. They listen, they are a friend of public education, they listen to our needs, they ask questions. They're always willing to try to improve our processes. Sometimes you hear us grumble about a state test or this or that or something. We have some of the best guys right here, Representative Hoops and Senator McCauley. They listen to us and they ask questions and they seek information, and not everywhere is the same. So I want to thank you for that. And to conclude the ceremony, I'm going to have you guys and you two stand up one more time for a picture, but we're going to do it over there with the student body behind us, because I think all of you should be in that picture. Thank you very much, and after that, we will dismiss you.